For years, the AI world has felt like a race for one thing: raw intelligence. Bigger, faster, smarter models. But you know what? That race is changing. As all the top AI models become unbelievably capable, the real advantage isn't just about raw power anymore. So, what actually matters now? This quote really captures a major turning point we're seeing. The big excitement isn't just about smashing benchmark scores anymore. Instead, it's about these practical, smart innovations that take models that are already great and just make them more useful. It sounds like a small change, but it signals a huge shift for the entire industry.
So what was this big innovation that got everyone talking about? Well, it wasn't about building a bigger brain. It was about building a smarter system. The introduction of a routing capability is the perfect example of this new direction AI is heading in.
The idea behind this is actually pretty simple, but it's also kind of profound. The system automatically picks the right tool for whatever you're trying to do, all behind the scenes. So if you ask a simple question, you get a super fast answer. But if you need to do some deep research, it automatically switches to a more powerful reasoning model. This invisible orchestration is the whole key. It just removes all the friction and makes the tech work for you, without you having to be an expert.
Now, this shift didn't just happen overnight. For the last couple of years, it felt like AI progress was all about these massive, headline-grabbing leaps forward. But that whole dynamic is changing because the top models are all starting to converge in what they can do. We are absolutely moving from that old race for raw intelligence to a totally new reality. I mean, think about it. The top systems today from OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google, they're all so incredibly powerful that for most of the things you do in a business, they feel almost interchangeable. The focus is shifting to how useful the whole system is and how well it actually fits into the work we do every day.
And that, of course, brings us to the crucial question. If you can't win anymore by just having a model that's a tiny bit smarter than the next one, how do you stand out? In this new era of AI, where's the real competitive advantage come from?
The answer is that differentiation is moving up the stack. It's not really about the foundational model anymore, the raw engine. It's about the unique systems and the tailored solutions that you build on top of that raw intelligence. We're seeing real value being created in 4 key layers. First, it's about embedding AI right into the tools we already use every day. Second, specializing it with industry-specific data. Third, creating these autonomous systems that can actually do tasks for us. And finally, intelligently orchestrating multiple models to pick the right one for the job.
Okay, let's just pause on this term for a second. Agentic AI. This is a really critical concept to get. We're talking about a massive shift from AI being a passive chatbot that just answers your questions to it becoming an active partner that can understand a complex goal, break it down into steps, use other tools, and then actually go and execute the task for you.
So what does this all mean if you're a business leader? Well, this whole paradigm shift basically demands a completely new playbook. It's time to stop thinking about which model to buy and start thinking about which problems you want to solve.
The strategic questions themselves have totally changed. It's no longer about asking which model is the best. The real question now is, how does this fit into our workflow? It's not about the benchmark score, it's about whether your team can actually trust it and use it to be more productive.
So if you want to win in this new era, it really boils down to 4 pillars. Your own proprietary data is your competitive advantage. Designing systems that can use multiple models gives you incredible flexibility. And of course, none of that matters if the solution isn't trustworthy, secure, and super easy for your people to use in their daily work.
Okay, let's bring this all home. Look, the race for raw intelligence isn't over. We're still going to see amazing breakthroughs, but the frontier for creating real, tangible business value has fundamentally moved.
The ultimate goal now is no longer just about getting your hands on the most powerful model. The real work, and frankly, the real reward, is in this transformation. It's about turning that raw AI capability into solutions that understand your business context and are genuinely incredibly useful for your teams. So, when all the frontier models work, what actually matters? It's this. The real frontier, the place where the next wave of massive value is going to be created, is defined by these 3 words: integration, orchestration, and application. That's the new race.